Yeah, hi peeps, it's Tersse back on the old squat box once again, and I'm continuing to talk about Bowe Bird. Yeah, you see Bowe Bird. Apparently he walked out of his OP. Apparently he left his guns and his uniform behind, and he walked out of his OP. And then we see video of him captured by the Taliban, where he's wearing a uniform. He's got his hat on, his helmet, no camera or anything attached to it, but he's got his helmet on and he's got his jacket on. I assume he's probably wearing, fatigue pants as well. So he walked out of apparently of his OP. This is what the people who were with him in that OP, who apparently hated him enough to be recruited by the Republican strategist to go on Fox News and talk shit about a guy that they fought beside against the Taliban. He left his uniform behind today and walked out of the, I don't know, in his pants. Apparently he sent all his private stuff home. He apparently packaged up all his private shit and sent it home, and then he walked out the gate leaving his uniform and his gun. But what was he wearing? Did he go out naked? Because apparently when you see these videos that the Taliban are now releasing, or have released previously, these previous videos of supposedly him in captivity, looks like he's wearing a uniform. But did the Taliban buy an American uniform? Didn't look like it was taken from a soldier that was shot and killed. I mean, I don't see any bloodstains or bullet holes in it. It looks to me to be a pretty much, a whole uniform. Yeah. Helmet, jacket, probably fatigue pants. Is that his uniform? Is that what people are saying? That no, well, that uniform that he's wearing in that video, it's not his, but it fits him so well. Is every American the same size? I just wonder. Is every American soldier the same fucking size, and everything fits? Any soldier, you can just take one uniform off of one soldier and give it to another. Is that the way it works in America? I'm not really sure if that makes any fucking sense. But apparently this, Bowe Bird, he was filmed, and that film was released of him having to say stuff to a camera because he's now a POW, and if he doesn't say the right thing to the camera, they can turn the camera off, beat the shit out of him, turn the camera back on and say, right, let's start from the top. A bit like what they do in movies, you know what I mean? It's like, no, let's start from the top and don't make any mistakes. And I just don't know. The people in America who are trying to make out that this guy is a bad soldier, is it all political? Is this guy just a soldier who was captured during wartime and now he's being used as a political pawn by the right wing? I'm wondering about that. I mean, I did make a video where I says, that they knew where he was, and I do believe they did know where he was. They have, some people have said and stated that they did have intelligence on him. They knew that his health was deteriorating and they needed to get him out of there. The army has said that, you know what I mean? So yeah, I do believe that they did know where he was, some of the time, not all the time, but I think they knew some of the time where he was, and they knew his condition, and they knew they needed to get him out of there, and that's why Obama acted. And I'm ashamed to say, I think Obama should have been more forceful in getting Bowe Bird out of there. I mean, shit, George W. Bush couldn't find Osama bin Laden, but apparently Obama could. the army pretty much knew sometimes where Bergdahl was, and I do believe that Obama should have worked harder and pressed for a rescue earlier than this, and this leaves him open to not questions about Bergdahl's patriotism or anything like that, but it leaves Obama and his administration open to, if the army at any time in the last 3 or 4 years knew where Bergdahl was, why didn't you sanction a movement of special forces and helicopters to go in there and extract him? Why was it not done? I think that's probably more a question that should be being asked, rather than why did you release 5 Taliban people from Guantanamo Bay? Because if you had sent 2 or 3 helicopters in there, you know, maybe with 30 highly experienced men trained to extract a man from behind enemy lines, why was that not performed before now, and why did you have to give 5 people away? I think that's probably a question that the Republicans should be asking, rather than saying that this guy should have been left behind because he's not a real true American, which is bullshit. Even if he did walk out of his compound, he didn't walk out without his fucking uniform, apparently, because he's filmed in his uniform, or at least he's filmed in an American uniform, which seems to fit him pretty fucking well. I imagine it is his uniform, so he probably didn't leave the compound without his uniform. Maybe he didn't take his gun, maybe he was going out to meet a young Afghan woman, you know, conned into it, you know, and young man out in the middle of nowhere who wouldn't take that opportunity for a bit of you know, the old, you know, hokey pokey in the middle of battlefield. Who knows why you left? We don't know anything. We have got no fucking clue what happened, and all this other shit that's going on. Please, I've got no idea what's going on. But I know if it was me, if I was Bergdahl, that would be my excuse. You know, I left my gun behind because I knew there was a chance that I might be captured, but I desperately wanted to go and meet this young woman that I chatted to in a village when we were, you know, clearing it out of Al Qaeda. She spoke to me in English and wanted to meet me, and I wanted to meet her, but you know, I wanted to know more about her and her family. You know? And I was hoping that maybe I'd get a hand job or a blow job off her, you know what I mean, or more, you know, that would be my fucking story, you know, and why wouldn't you believe it? And all the other guys in the camp, they're saying, well, you know, he said this, he says that, well, prove it, get in the recordings of it, get in the ratings of it, you know. We keep saying, oh, he sent emails to you, we all say shitty things on. Has anybody ever looked back at what they said 5 years ago on fucking YouTube? What text messages you sent 10 years ago? Just 5 years ago, you know? Have you ever looked back on your you know, I don't know if Twitter was around 5 years ago, I can't remember, but you ever looked at your first Twitter? The first year of your Twitter, you ever looked back on them and then said, do you agree with what I said back then? No, we all fucking did shit like that. I'm sorry, it doesn't mean that, you know, the guy should be pilloried and called a fucking, you know, anti-American, unpatriotic, you know, horrible person who should be shunned. I mean, that's just ridiculous. We all fucking make shitty fucking decisions in our life, you know. Every one of us. We've all done it. Please. Fucking hell. It doesn't bring tears to my eyes, but it almost does. I really feel for this young man. I really do. And to be honest with you, the people I've seen coming on Fox News and talking shit about him, You know, people say, well, I was there, I was not, but we don't really know what these, but what about those people's backgrounds? Let's investigate their backgrounds. Let's see every one of their emails that they sent home at the same fucking time. You know what I mean? Let's investigate them and then see whether we should believe their shit. Because to be honest with you, he's under the microscope, but the people who are putting him under the microscope, none of them are under the microscope. They all should be. We should know everything about everybody that was in that camp, including his superiors. What are they saying about the other soldiers under them? What emails were they sending back to the US? Because I guarantee you the NSA has probably got them all on file on some database somewhere, so it's not as if we can't find out. But will we ever find out? Well, there you go. There's the question. There's the question that seeks an answer. Why are we only hearing about Bowe Bergdahl? What about all the other people that were in that operation post? You know what I mean? Let's see what all their emails and messages and telephones home and letters and their diaries say. I'd love to be able to read all that shit and find out what the fuck was going on in that OP. So I'd get fucking mad, motherfuckers. It's dead easy to pick on one person and make them out a anti-hero. But was there any heroes in that OP? Eh? Was there a single hero there? Maybe we need to dig a bit deeper to find out what the fuck was going on. I'm just saying, maybe we need to dig a bit deeper. Maybe it will show us, shining a light on everything that was going on back then. It would be a good thing for both America and the world. Svandiva.